All right. This is the Ferda Shores Podcast, episode number 3. This is your host, TimmysCoffee, alongside my co-host, ZHEJ. And
Yeah.
we pretty much, we're gonna go as casual as possible, I think, here today. I'm a little bit laggy in the brain. I been lagging from work the last couple days. I know Zedge is just coming off a long work week as well. It's flipping Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to all you lonely gamers out there. Absolutely. It's a it's a good day to be a gamer, truthfully, because you don't have to give a shit about this day. This day is just another day. But but nonetheless, guys, Milestones is now live in the game. It has been live for about five days and some change now, like 5.5 days, let's say. And yeah, it is not completely different, but mostly different from the initial beta, funny enough. There's many changes that happened throughout the beta, and then even many changes throughout the last 5 days since Milestones has now been live in the game. Now I'll let you go ahead, Zedge. What is your first thing? I mean, because we said this, like the very first thing that we would notice is like what we might not like initially with the updates per se, like visually. This is always just going to be opinionated more or less, but like, what was the first thing when you open the game when Milestones is live? You're like, shit, I don't know if I love that. I got to get used to that.
Definitely, I would say it was the UI. Just
Yep.
looking at that UI,
Yep.
having to navigate through it in general,
Oh yeah.
it was a learning curve of its own. I wasn't used to going from, open up the professions menu, clicking on a profession, and then
Yeah.
I'm used to going, up down.
Right.
Those were the only directions I knew. And yeah, sometimes there'd be like, oh, you'd want to check you know,
Yep.
your special or whatever, your passives.
Yep.
But it was like that. Now it's set up in such a way where there's 10
Yeah.
directions you could go left to right,
That's right.
signifying a milestone. And then you scroll down, you do see your actives, but then you got to keep scrolling down for passive.
Yep. And that was my
And then
thing.
you got to go back up
to,
and
to, to
go to the
scroll.
right.
That's exactly it. So that's what griped me off the bat. Like I like getting used to the UI is one thing, but what I think they should change eventually is that fact that you have to scroll all the way back up to turn the page. That is like
Yes.
that's really annoying with some of these things. Like some of the leather worker and like merchant kind of it's not as much of a scroll, but like alchemy, fisher, and other it's a lot more of a scroll to have to
Hmm.
yeah. It's just I mean I'm showing it on stream right now. Like literally you have like you can't if you scroll all the way down and you want to skip the page you can't. There's the bars aren't there. They should have it. They should still have it available at least up here. I'm thinking in the UI, like around the like where it says alchemist here in your milestone levels and stuff, maybe they could have the page turn there so that even when you're scrolling down, you can still do it instead of having to scroll all the way up and then you can page turn. Because yeah, that's the only thing that's really been bothering me is yeah, just not you can't page turn when you're scrolled down, and I feel like you should be able to. It just helps the fluidity of the UI. It's like yeah, like you were saying, the UI is it's not that it's ugly, but it's definitely a little bit of an eyesore when you're just used to seeing just the 500 or like 1 to 500. Now you have the milestone plus the level of the milestone, and it's a little to take in. But but yeah, that's not the worst part. The worst part is the scrolling for me at least. That 100%.
Yep. Originally, too, it was getting used to the levels. I mean, it's been 5 days. Some people
Yep.
have conformed to just saying, for example, if you're level 7 leather worker and your level is, my apologies, oh man, I'm still messing that up.
Yeah.
If your
Yeah.
milestone is 7 and your level is 3, then you're just like, yo, I'm 703
Yeah.
or I'm level 703.
Yes.
That means I'm milestone 7 and I'm level 3 into that milestone
That's right.
without being too, confusing.
Yeah.
I have heard some people say, and I found it weird the way they said it, but hey, to each their own. I don't discriminate.
Mhm.
I've heard people literally say the milestone level
Right.
as the milestone itself as butt plugs and the levels as kites. You probably won't hear me saying that unless I'm trying to meme something, but
Oh
yeah, I've
man,
heard
that's
that.
awesome. And then yeah, like you're saying, and then even during the beta, you're like, I've got 5 yellows and 3 blues. It's like, no, no, we can't
Exactly.
do this. We can't
Yeah,
do this shit.
it's tough. And there's yeah, so if you have a bunch of, maxed out levels, expect for people to tell you, "Oh, you have a lot of butt plugs, I see."
Oh my god,
Yep.
yes. And well, I mean, you saw yesterday. I joked in the tannery last night because I hit milestone 5 leatherwork. I was like, "Woo, 500 leatherwork," and everyone's like, "Grats!" I'm like, "Milestone 5, boys." They're like, "Oh."
Yeah,
I'm like, but I sent you the picture. It literally shows it.
yep.
It's five now that they have
It's
it. Yeah, it's
500.
500 in the menu. Yeah. It's like,
Oh
all right,
man.
it's like, yeah. So that was a bit of a meme, in a sense, because obviously we're just so used to 1 to 500, but now
Exactly.
well, more or less now, yeah, it's essentially 1 to 1,000, I guess, but
Yeah.
but it reads off as the total of 500. Kind of, yeah. That's the trippy part, is almost like without having to do the math, because obviously, yeah, that's why we're saying like for example, I've got milestone 4 level 37 for botany. That's 437. If you wanted, I mean, you could. I think it's easier to say that than trying to math it out, because then you're just like, oh, I'm 200 level 215. I think it's like, yeah, I think exact. Just say 437. Yeah,
Exactly.
but oh, that was the other thing too. They uh, a bunch of people were really concerned about like the XP curve, and like how it would update into the game. Like a bunch of people wanted people to either lose levels or gain levels based on that XP curve. And it honestly, it did happen. Like I don't know if you, but like there's a couple on Ferda, a couple of my professions I had actually like leveled up in compared to where I was before based off of this milestone curve. And on here on Hellfire, or even some on TimmysCoffee, I was lesser. Like I had the leatherworking cape unlocked on TimmysCoffee. Didn't have that unlocked till just today. I had what was the example on here? I can't remember, but I didn't have the extra piece of the silver cape for the combat cape. I had that. I was given that instead. So there's a couple. It was mixed and matched. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I lost levels here, but I gained levels there. So it's like it's nothing to complain about. But like I could see why people would be upset per se about losing or gaining levels, because initially what I heard was that we were just staying at the level we were at regardless, which did happen.
Yeah.
But like it did happen literally, but within like the UI of the milestones, I was definitely either ahead or behind. It's so confusing to explain, but yeah, like I got given levels, and I got penalized on levels per se for this milestone
Yeah.
update, and I think I think that was the balance itself. I guess I don't know.
I noticed with merch specifically that I unlocked, I think it was called Toffel Wines or something, because,
Hmm.
before the milestone update, I did have them unlocked.
Yeah, yeah,
And once I hit milestone, no, you gotta level up more, buddy, to
yep,
unlock these wines, because it was in the next, like tier or whatever. And so, yeah, I still have to get those, but
yeah,
hey, it is what it is. That's part of the growing pains with it.
exactly.
The other thing I did notice too, there was definitely a lot of zeros involved, as we could say.
Yeah, yeah,
Some people are even coining it Fen Research and the zero problem.
dude, yeah,
Originally, for those who haven't been keeping in touch with the updates, originally the Enrage Potion gave you 100% KP, and then it got nerfed all the way, down to 0%. Originally, that was the intention.
yeah,
Later on, that changed to 1/3. But anywho, it was a 0%.
yeah.
There were a lot of players who received 0 gold
Me,
from all the cost adjustments and whatnot, and then also players did get 0 EXP for those who did the tedious 200 to 325 grind prior to the milestones update. They were
yeah,
essentially just the same level. There was no
yes,
what's the word I'm looking for? Like compensation for that.
yeah,
I mean, this is it. This is as far as the gold's concerned, Lone Wolves got hit the most in my opinion because
yeah.
hey, the prices of my stuff may have gone up, but now I have to like I'm losing gold as a result of it or I'm not gaining gold. Well, the thing is I can't trade these other resources to other players to get my gold back to go back to even Steven. It's not possible for me.
That's exactly
And
it.
so
Yeah,
And so that being said, Lone Wolf, and they did make a couple other changes too, as far as like things you can no longer get from vendors. We're not going to touch up on that because that's a laundry list of
Oh
its own,
God, yeah,
and
that's
I ain't got time for that. Feel free to check the Wikipedia page.
exactly.
By the way, those guys in Wikipedia, all love to you guys. Y'all got a lot of work to do.
Whoa, yeah.
It's not easy. If you guys, like they do have a Discord or something. If anyone here, read, hearing the podcast and whatnot, if they want to check it out, it's somewhere in the wiki page. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
definitely join up. Try to help them out too, because it's a whole freaking project they got going on, and it's gonna take a while. There's a lot of cleaning up they got to do.
There's a ton, yeah, a ton.
Yep. Yeah, and from this update, definitely we could say Lone Wolves, it's definitely becoming a badge of honor more than it has been before. Just because now the expectation is, go expect to go broke after some updates, because
Oh God,
this
yeah.
is only the beginning.
That's what I mean. Like
And yeah,
everyone lone wolf. Like that was the whole thing with that update. Like the whole gold thing. Like lone wolves are just by nature are gonna have more things hoarded, and obviously this update having things hoarded kind of penalized you more in the negative than in the positive. So
yep,
yeah. So lone wolves definitely took the hit this update, but like you said, kind of gained more of a lone wolf status through the fact that yeah, shops like a lot of the things got shut down in the shops, and you have to gather them actively now instead of just well, I mean, quote unquote, passively through a shop, basically. I mean, that's like passive training in my opinion, just shop buying. But yeah, so yeah, now you actually have to actively grab a bunch of the alchemy supplies as well as a couple other, I think, little minor like weapon supplies, I guess, like the shark jaws and that other crap or whatever. But yeah, again, that's stuff that you guys can go look at on the wiki, or even I urge you guys, and I will link this in the description as well as maybe even the YouTube comments. But literally go to brightershores.com. Like a lot of people don't use this. They'll just use the wiki or they'll just use the Steam page. Go to brightershores.com right now, and you guys should be using that as your update page, because it literally has everything right there. It's got the news, it's got third party websites, it's got career choices if you guys want to join Fen and you're from the UK, because I don't think they do remote work. Otherwise, Zedge would probably already have applied. But yeah, I mean, fuck, I would have too for community manager's sakes, for God. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, go to brightershores.com, guys. It literally has the phase 2 milestone launch right there. It's got what they want to do in for phase 3 of the milestones, which is what we'll be touching on in a little bit here, because that's like what we're looking forward to now the most is phase 3. Like phase 2 is extremely just foundational. It's basically just updating what was already in the game, making it smooth, making it make a little more sense and feel playable. When meanwhile, yeah, phase 3 is like the real ultimatum. That's like the oh shit, there's actual content being put into the game that'll not necessarily take us away from that endless just profession grind, but it'll actually it'll help the profession grind. It'll just make it a little more enjoyable per se, instead of just deadpan 0 to 500 straight through. Because coming with phase 3 will be world events and blah blah blah. But again, like I said, we'll touch into that a bit. But again, I urge everybody again, brightershores.com. Like I've even been a little bit guilty myself of not using it as of recent. But last year I was like all over that stuff, using the actual website itself instead of Steam. Because again, Steam. You can kind of trap yourself into just looking at the horrible reviews, and oh man. Anyway, anytime I go on the Steam page, I just get trapped into these terrible comments and bad reviews, and of just people who just essentially barely play the game and want it to be something that it isn't. They want it. Everyone who plays this game from RuneScape wants an aspect of RuneScape is in there, and there are plenty of aspects of RuneScape in there. But then it comes to a point where you're wanting aspects versus just making it RuneScape. And my buddy even said, I tried to play Brighter Shores, I just couldn't get into it. I was like, well, they just did an entire overhaul on everything, so it's a lot more smooth for like initial gameplay and new players. But I was like, if you're already addicted to RuneScape and you come to Brighter Shores, you're going to start making those RuneScape and Brighter Shores connections, and you're just going to end up wanting more of RuneScape if you are like already addicted to RuneScape. So you'll eventually just default back to RuneScape. So I just told him, I was like, if you're addicted to RuneScape, truthfully, don't play Brighter Shores. If you're looking for an escape from RuneScape, then try Brighter Shores, because you might actually like it more than RuneScape. But yeah, I feel like a lot of people who are coming over from RuneScape, they're already severely addicted to RuneScape. They're like, yeah, I'll try this shit. And then they're just like, oh, it's not RuneScape like. I'm not playing. It's like, oh fuck, man. No, well, no kidding, because you're already addicted to another game. Like, I think me and you got lucky in the sense that we came over to this game burning out from other games like RuneScape, MapleStory, World of Warcraft, Minecraft, Pokemon. Like, we are just burnt out on those games and wanted something new. And so the minute we saw those RuneScape like traits and attributes, we kind of jumped on them because it's the same but different. Like, I don't want a dead RuneScape clone. I would just play I would just play RuneScape at that point. But I don't want to play RuneScape. So if this was a RuneScape clone, I wouldn't play either. I wouldn't play RuneScape nor this. I'd probably be doing nothing. I'd probably just be like outside running marathons right now, like I was last year when I was bored as or not last year, but just previous to when I found Brighter Shores. I was basically running marathons or trying to run marathon, like just running. I was just running out of boredom because I didn't have a video game to take up that time. And and I love running, but I mean, God, I love gaming a lot more. I love working out. Like working out and gaming goes a lot better together for me than just running and working out. Running and work, it's like so that's like double. I don't know. It's like double exercise, double dead.
Yeah.
I love the game. I love the game. But yeah. Oh, that brings up another thing. I guess we could kind of touch on here. I know I'm all over the place. Like I said, this is gonna be the most casual, laid back, random episode. But mobile, dude, mobile would be so killer right now, man.
I need it.
Oh
I
my
need
god,
it
like if they were
badly.
to yeah, like if they were to man, I wish so badly, yeah, that they were to be like, man, yeah, coming June, we got mobile, like for summertime, because that's the best time to launch it. I think that's what Jagex did with their mobile. I think they launched it like summertime because they knew students were coming off of
Yeah,
classes
vacation.
or yeah, like going on to vacation. They knew they were gonna like want to use mobile more than ever
Yeah.
during summertime. And obviously and then having the use from summertime going back into classes in the fall time, they're just gonna abuse it even more in classes. So it's like
Exactly.
it's yeah, mobile would be huge, especially for me because yeah, obviously going into spring and summer, I'm gonna be working a lot where I'm barely gonna be at home for God's sake. So it would be nice to even just pop on mobile at lunch or something and just enjoy the grind. Because yeah, it's starting to feel a lot more like a mobile worthy game now for sure. Like it's just there's a lot of aspects that I could see translating to mobile like very 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 well. Like a lot better than RuneScape for sure.
Definitely easily. And I've been screaming for this thing since I started day one. Especially, when I was working a job where I had to go to the office. Like my alternatives were just, use Steam Link, and then while you're at work, use a laptop if you can. And it's like it was a nightmare and a half. Like I wish I could just pull up a mobile app and then I'm all good.
Yeah, the Steam Link
Because Steam
stuff.
Link, God forbid something's happened on my computer, like it just doesn't want to work. Well, hey, I better make sure I have like a team viewer or something set up
Yeah,
to then get my Steam Link back up and running because I've tried like using the team viewers, the
yeah,
was it Chrome Remote Desktop and all that, and it was just super laggy for me. So I had to use the Steam Link.
yeah, yeah.
And
Steam
if
Link's
I
the
could
way.
just mobile app, I click on that, I'm good to go. Like that would just cut off all that, middleman, BS that you have to deal with setting up Steam Link and whatnot.
Yeah, that and the controls on Steam Link aren't the great. Like they would be
Yeah,
obviously,
they're
yeah,
not.
they would be way different if it was to be a straight mobile app versus a Steam Link because it's just
Hmm.
it's designed to like cater to every game design. I think is the way they have it, and it just doesn't. Not that it doesn't work, it just doesn't work perfectly with Brighter Shores per se. It's very
Yeah.
I don't know. It could be optimized way better. Yeah, I've only done it a handful of times, and I just had fucking. I just had. It just felt like I was rather. It felt like I would be better off just passiving than fucking around on the Steam
Exactly.
Link, especially when
Yep.
I can't. Like I'm already busy as hell. Like I'm trying to do AFK stuff, and I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't.
Especially if it's super laggy. Yeah, you
Yeah,
ain't gonna want to touch the game. You're better off passiving.
yeah, exactly, and that's exactly it. I was driving through the mount. I was with my friend. Like my buddy was driving, but we were in the mountains, and it was just laggy as fuck. Exactly. Yeah, it was not great. I mean, God given. I mean, if it had a mobile app, it probably still would have been laggy as shit. But regardless, yeah. I mean, what else could we touch on here? Like I said, we're gonna be a little bit all over the place, I guess, more or less. Is there anything you're doing in game? Oh yeah, I guess you were talking. Oh yeah, the bounties. So I mean, obviously we could talk about the bounties and their rarities being like super or minorly overpowered. Like I did some last night. Like again, I think maybe because you're a higher level, you might see more of them. Maybe that's how they have it balanced. Is if you're a higher merchant level or a higher the higher milestone in general for the bounty boards. Like you see the rarities more often. I think I'm like 530 something merch. And I wasn't seeing them crazy often. I'd say maybe every 10 boards, I'd see maybe one or two epics and like a couple uncommons and maybe like one rare. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
definitely.
wasn't crazy.
I noticed like at least the level I'm at, I can't account for other levels because I don't have accounts
Yeah.
at different merch levels. But I noticed that me having those two bounty boards, the express as well as the guild, hole, and just going in them,
Yes.
I was guaranteed to see a good couple of blues, purples, oranges. I looked at them, I grabbed them, I turned them in. I felt really nice. I did enjoy looking
Yeah.
at the EXP drops,
Oh, and
the KP.
the
Didn't hurt
KP's no,
either.
you're right. Yeah, because when you do one of the
Yeah,
when you do like I did I think I did the caviar for one of the epics, and the caviar is not far, right? You just go from
yeah,
you go from Merch Guild to Bog. So I only got like
yeah,
13 KP or whatever. But whenever you do one of the whenever you do like a butcher to Hollig or whatever, you do get like
yeah.
33% KP on an epic, and like that's gnarly.
Hmm.
That is like that's something like that makes bounties, yeah, that just makes the bounty system feel more worth doing. And yeah, and then yeah, having that express board plus the regular board, oh dude, that is a yeah, that was a fucking great design. Oh my god, like because like I said,
Yeah,
for a minute, I mean, I was praying that they were separated boards, and I think they'd even mentioned when they dropped the quest that they were separated boards, but in my mind the boards were tied together. It's just the express board was closer. So whenever you told me, you're like, oh yeah, no, they're separated. I was like, okay, yeah, merch is fucking awesome then. Merch is really like it's so much better than it was a year or yeah, like
yeah.
15 months ago when it was just like, yeah, Uber Eats, fucking just straight Uber Eats, fucking
It
lame.
also it also makes you like, now you have to like choose different paths. You can't just like, oh, let me try to bundle all these up and whatever EXP I get, I get.
Yep,
No, you grab these rarities and clearly you want to focus the rarities
that's right.
as much as possible just because, how good it is. It almost makes merchant not feel like it's still repetitive in the
Still Uber
nature
Eats,
that,
yeah.
yeah, you go from point A to B, but now no, you actually have to change your route
Yep.
and you have to think it through a bit because I will be honest, even though like some of these bounties could look good on paper, you have
Yes.
to think, hey, is this route really worth me doing? Because you
Exactly.
could you could noob trap yourself, and then now all of a sudden you're taking an extremely long time to get from point A to point B, going back and all that stuff. So I would just say, when you are working on these boards,
Yeah.
do appreciate that the rarities are there, but
You
don't
still have to
don't get
think it
caught in
through.
that.
Exactly. Like it's
Yeah, you
not. Yeah.
still have to think it
It's
through.
it. That's why I think it should. That's why I think it shouldn't get nerfed. Like you still have to plan your route good enough
Exactly.
to make the KP generate fast. Like you could just
Hmm.
grab an epic and just do that, and then you're like, you're not. I mean, again, that's you're not like killing yourself XP wise and KP wise, but
Yeah.
some people might just want to do the one bounty. But us, like, or not us, but I mean the hardcore players per se would want to grab that epic bounty, and what if that epic bounty happens to be plates or whatever? They're gonna want to try and find another bounty that's also plates. You can double up on that run, and plus get the epic bounty like benefit on top of just the regular one. And then yeah,
Yeah.
it's I was doing that last night. Yeah, if I had an epic bounty, I tried to find a similar bounty. Like I'd run from the express board to the main board and try and match those up so that I'm not just like not like killing myself on a run just doing that one epic bounty. I'm gonna try and double up on that exact same bounty if I can, or the bounties around that one, like fucking carrots or the butcher stall or whatever the fuck. If I was, for example, if I was doing plates,
Yeah.
something in that western zone.
Definitely.
So merch is great. I like I said, yeah, I was doing merch last night. Fucking love it. I actually love it a lot. I haven't done enough detective though. I think you were just talking about detective before we started the
Yeah.
podcast. Because I haven't done like detective almost at all, and you've been doing a lot of it. So what were you saying that they could work on again? Like basically overhaul it to the point of like where it's like a little more
I w-
like just give it some botany love is basically what you were
it
saying.
needs the botany
Yeah,
treatment
yeah,
of immediately. It should have been done last year.
yeah,
It should have been done at the same time as botany. I know Fen Research, they're still small, they're still a small indie company in that regard.
yeah.
That said, though, the issues that I'm seeing, and there might be people who might try to, but no, that's not true. Not this. But based off my observation,
Yeah.
doing this profession,
Yeah.
the only way to do it, investigations. That's the only thing I'm detecting.
I feel like
Investigation.
is that's what Vorpal mainly did as well. Like anytime I saw Vorpal doing detective, it was investigations. Again, I didn't
Yep.
watch his stream ridiculous because I was just busy as fuck with work. Damn near till he stopped stream, which sucked ass too. Because like I basically didn't get to watch this like right when he finished Max, I got to watch his stream. But yeah, anytime he was doing detective, I felt like he was doing investigations only,
Yeah.
and that was
Until
pre
this
beta
day.
too.
Yep. Until this day, it's still that same way. They did make a couple of changes. Hey, you got your cute little handcuffs for spotting thieves with the active boost, but like it's still, dude, investigations is still the way. Especially
Damn.
once again, you have the option of doing an investigation, combine that with merchant. Why not?
Right,
Like,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah, and it's great. I still feel that dens, they did make, adjustments to them. Thing is though, it's still not efficient.
it's not. Yeah.
If you were to like include all the EXP as well as the KP from investigation versus all the KP and EXP from dens, investigation still wins. Even though
Yeah.
it's, considered, a double length activity in that regard, and no, it doesn't matter. You do investigations from level 7
Mhm.
before you even get a single milestone to your name,
Yeah.
all the way to 10 milestones. And if you're not doing it, you're capping.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
said, I do see opportunities that could be done to make detective better or more, a little bit less repetitive. Because by the nature of you doing investigations all the way and that being the most efficient, dens and spying thieves are out of the equation.
Right.
And so one of the opportunities, the imposter quest introduced a nice concept for sting operations that they could incorporate, and they could also expand all this into some kind of co-op gameplay,
Yeah.
and they could even introduce a pathway for players to do a bit of double agent. Because I've always said,
Yeah.
if you're such a great detective, why the heck can't you be a great criminal mastermind
Yeah.
and hide it in some kind of way so that the general public doesn't know you're the guy behind the scenes, like, doing some of the stuff. But
Yeah.
obviously, for the sake of making Kren great and being thief
Exactly.
proof.
I think that's maybe why they went for botany first was because the forest wasn't. I mean, the forest was
Complained about
it
the
was just
forest.
dead. It was just
That's why.
very dead. Yeah, it was
That too.
very like full like Gatherer was just a copy paste of Forager more or less. It just
Hmm.
didn't quite make sense. Like woodcutting, carpentry were great, but everything else in every episode was just that much better per se, I guess, for matchup
Yeah.
wise. And like Kren's already like really fucking good. I think that's why they tackled botany first, because now the forest actually flows incredibly. And now, yeah,
Yeah.
if they were to go back to Kren, yeah, and tie that up with I think world events is how they should do that detective stuff, and because that would actually
Yeah.
kind of tie into what we were talking about that last episode with Prague, how you were saying like yeah, do like a get like one of those rare whatever the hell
Oh, you mean for the
rare
spotting thieves.
rarer yeah like spotting thieves like a guy who's
They
literally
should introduce.
like damn near like he has like teleport abilities like he's teleporting from the market to the west to
Yeah.
like around, and you're just chasing him down yeah and yeah if they tie a drop table to that through like a world event type thing that would get so many people doing that type of stuff just because you're
Yep.
tying a drop table to it that would be something amazing they could do to world events yeah it's just yeah like
Hey,
super
and
bounties for detective, yeah.
and make the EXP somewhat viable. Because that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
will say. You don't want something to be too competitive that it's like, hey, yo, why don't I just do this? Screw everything else in the profession. But you want it to be
Exactly.
good enough that it's justified for a player to go out of their way for.
Yeah, exactly. It can't be OPXP, but it's got to be worth it enough to keep grinding for that drop. Because you're basically just going to be grinding it for that drop table. Like the XP is always just going to be there trickling in, but most people are going to be doing that for whatever they can get off of that rare drop table. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's oh man, that would be so much fun because they could do that with. I mean, they could do that with everything, and I think that's more or less their plan with this world event thing is to just make it like a not solo, but you can just like you don't have to have a group of people to do it, but you can do but every whatever set time it is that's going to be another thing we could talk about later or next episode or whenever is how they'll like run those world events. But yeah, just the fact that you're able to like be like, oh yep, I'm bored of this profession in this moment, world event starting, gonna go do that because I have a chance at a rare drop now. That's just yeah, I oh man, that gets me really fucking excited because yeah,
That's what it needs.
because just I get excited. I mean, I just last night because I was getting excited just off seeing epic and rare bounties on a board. If I have the chance to have a damn like actual rare or epic drop from a world event, woo baby, yeah, that's exciting. I'd drop whatever I'm doing in that moment and go do that world event. Yep, exact, 100%. Um, oh yeah, I guess we could go over this too. I wanted to touch on this because that was a bunch of people's gripe with the tools, like the action tools or whatever.
Yep.
Everyone's saying that the UI is pretty funky. I mean, it's a little bit funky. Like it's not the most beautiful thing in the entire world, and obviously the sound whenever you use like the double catch or the
Yeah.
action tool, it's the same as the fertilizer from botany. It's really it's really off putting because like the fertile like it kind of makes sense and goes with the fertilizer. When you're using the fertilizer, you're like shitting out a rainbow, like a leopard, and that sound effect makes sense. But that sound effect translating into using your action bar for your tools just doesn't. It's kind of gross. And not only that,
Yeah.
the sound effect, like Prag brought this up, and I was like, yeah, I actually agree that the sound effect is gross and it doesn't make sense, and it shouldn't go with every single action tool being used. And then tying this in as well, I feel like they should put, and somebody mentioned this last night too, which that kind of made me want to double down on it, is putting putting hotkeys on those action bars.
Yeah.
Just like they did with the potions, because I've been abused. I mean, it makes that stupid fucking Windows sound when I do the potion pop with like the Alt 2, Alt 1, Alt 3 for the hotkeys. But
Oh,
they
I
should.
switched it.
I know I need to do that. I haven't yet. That's why I haven't been popping potions on this fucking podcast because
Yeah.
it was just going. And I was like, oh god, okay, I'm gonna stop that right now because when I'm not like talking to someone, I kind of don't even notice it. But when I'm talking to someone, I'm like, fuck, I can't even hear what they're saying. Jesus. But yeah, if they were to hotkey the action bars, that would be that would make doing botany or fisher what so much more fluid than having to take that extra second to open up that action bar. Because if you keep that action bar open, actually to hit you can't move from tree to tree while doing botany. I've noticed that unless they've changed that. They might have changed that, but at one point, like if you were to keep your action bar open, you wouldn't actually if example if you were to queue your trees and then open your action bar, you stop. You literally stop your action, and the queues are just sitting there until you close your action bar, and then the queue continues. So that's a little bit fucked. That
I've been clicking on the icon that pops up. You can actually left click on it.
what do you mean?
Yeah, so you know the icon that pops up for the double EXP, the
No,
double reward.
no,
Yeah.
because it's different. Because that's what I mean. It's different with botany.
Oh, it's different for you guys.
That's what I
Oh
mean. It's
man,
different.
I wouldn't know. I'm not in the
That's
forest
what I
anymore.
mean. It's exactly.
Suckers.
It's different. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, for detective, I have the ability to click into the thing.
I
But
don't
even
think you
then, like
can.
I fat finger it, and then like it messes up, and I have to re-click the frickin' thing again, like the clue.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think yeah. I think it's different
for every
for
profession.
every profession. Like slightly, but like yeah, obviously for botany, it's growth, not versus just double catch or double action. So
Oh, okay.
so yeah, it's different in that aspect. But if I was to be able to hotkey it, it just wouldn't fucking matter. It
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
wouldn't even matter. I wouldn't have to think about it. I'd just be like fucking alt whatever and it's done. I wouldn't even have to open the action bar per se.
I mean, I
But
take it to the next level. I would say Me personally, yo, I earned this thing. Just let me auto. If I want to auto,
Yeah.
let me auto.
Yeah, I mean
I know
that's
some
fair.
people are against it. Oh, AFK gameplay, meh.
Yeah.
But it's like, brother, I'm
Yeah.
already paying attention to my dang screen. Like,
You
leave
know,
me
I
alone.
I agree. I'm like I'm indifferent when it comes to that one because like
Yeah.
I don't think it would be overpowered to have it auto, or if or because I think that'd be damn near just the same as being able to hotkey it in a sense. Like as long
Exactly.
as your brain's turned on, you should be using it. But yeah, I mean if you want to make it hotkey, or if you want to make it auto, what the fuck ever. It doesn't bother me truthfully.
Yeah.
One less thing I have to think of. So
At least
what the
one of
fuck
the
ever.
two. Sheesh.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. One of the two. Make it a hotkey if you're like so against it being automatic, but you definitely
Yeah.
would have to hotkey it to make it just to make it more fluid. It just makes sense, especially with the fact that you can hotkey the potions now. That has been like that's been fucking amazing for me. That's made me want to use XP potions way more,
A lot
and
more, yeah.
I have been using them way
Same.
more. Like it's that's probably my favorite. Funny enough, that's probably my favorite update from Milestones, and I don't even think that's not a direct Milestones update. It just happened to come with Milestones. It's
Yeah.
just fucking that's my favorite update. Funny enough, literally that hotkeying fucking potions. Seriously, oh it's so nice. But yeah, and then I
Meanwhile, I'm
mean,
over here with the boards. I love the boards.
dude, yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, man, everything's really fun. Yeah, obviously, again, like we had talked about, the UI is a little bit scuffed. They've got like I like we were just saying, they got world events and bounties coming to every profession come phase 3 milestones as well. So that's kind of why the UI is a little bit all over the place when you open a profession. You got like the coming soon, which is the dungeons and the bounty board and all this other stuff for every profession. So that's probably it's a little in your face with a bunch of nonsense that isn't even actually in the game, but
Yeah.
I don't know. At least it's letting you know that it is coming. Because yeah, did they say again? I want to kind of go over that. Is phase 3 dungeons as well? I
So
believe it
phase
is.
3, it's supposed to be bounties, world events, and
Yes.
dungeons.
Yeah.
And I'm asking myself this question. Are dungeons, world events, and bounty boards gonna come out at the same time? Because that sounds a little, insane,
It sounds
to
insane on
say the
top of
least.
on top of the fact that they don't have a proper combat, like a fully fleshed out
Yeah.
combat system in place. You can't just drop well specifically dungeons and or raids without a
Without a good combat
without a
system.
fleshed out combat. I mean, you can, but the fact that it would just immediately then change is
Yeah.
that's a little bit
And
fucky.
th-
Yeah.
and then you'd have to re-go back to frickin', dungeons or raids or whatever.
Yeah, it
It's
doesn't.
more work.
Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah, so I'm definitely intrigued on how they're gonna go about that. Cause my assumption would be they're gonna phase 3 is probably majorly or only gonna be world events and what the hell was I just about to say? I just completely drew a blank. World events and
What,
something.
bounties?
World events and bounties. Yeah, I think it's gonna be
I
mostly focused around that, if not entirely.
It
Right?
better be. Like,
That would at least
I
make
say it like
sense.
you
But
better do it, but yeah. No, it
yeah,
does because, dude, this the biggest thing I'm curious about too is dungeons. What are they
yeah,
exactly? Are they like, hey, I go into a skilling cave and
yeah,
woo, here we go, EXP, come in, baby? Or is it a
yeah.
mini game?
That's what I mean.
Is
That
there gonna be combat, built into these dungeons?
I know, because right now all I can picture is just being trapped in the fucking bone right little crafting room and being like, all right, this
Dude,
is a dungeon. Ha
and
ha
that's yeah, that's not good.
ha. No,
That's
exactly.
just you know Oh man, and there's things like what do we consider, right? Because right now this is the biggest thing. It's always been till this day people are still saying the same thing. Oh, what did you guys just do? This is just a reskin. Mind you, the reskin is different now because now it's like every 5 levels you get something new,
Yeah,
which is pretty nice.
it
It's
is.
not like before where hey, you had to suffer through 20, 30, even 70 levels. Uh,
Yep.
if you didn't do chef,
Oh
if
my
you all right, if
god.
you were
Yep.
one of the
Chef.
early adopters of chef,
Hi.
that said, you didn't have fish. You
Yeah.
just if you played the Kevin mini game all day and all night. I don't know why I even called it a mini game. That was
Yeah.
just it. You were talking to Kevin all
Dude,
day and all night.
literally, it is. It's the
All you
Kevin
had was
simulator. Yep.
83 levels
Yep.
of frickin' bacon sandwiches.
And I did that.
You absolute mad people that did it. That's
I
all I
don't.
gotta say.
I was stupid, dude. It didn't feel good. Exactly. It did not feel good at all. Because that was the only. Even, dude, and I even had fish caught. But that's the thing with Fisher and Chef is you have to pretty much catch double, if not triple fish to add up to the XP of Chef. Or at least that was the way it was in the beginning. And yeah, so even though I had fish, like I had like fucking 10k rays, like a decent bit of puffer fish, all this, but it didn't matter. Yeah, I still had to do the like 70 extra levels of bacon sandwiches or the 50 extra levels of veg stew to make up for the lack of fish, even though I had already maxed out the levels in Fisher. It's that much more XP for Chef, especially if you aren't KPing into it. So yeah, Chef was a disaster.
Yeah,
Still
it
is half
still
a
is.
damn disaster. The only benefit now is you can bank your preps, so that at least and that at least benefits the bounty board. But that's it.
Exactly. The
That's
bounty
it.
board.
That's the
The
only
bounty board's
benefit.
literally carrying Chef on its
Yep.
back right now,
Yep.
like for the experience.
Completely and utterly. Yep.
Um, and all this is gonna tie into Phase 3 as well. The Phase 3, hey, this is the moment all the players have been grinding toward.
Yeah.
This is it, guys. This is it. Get ready. Get ready because this is it. Even according to Fen Research, they've been,
Yeah.
this was first
Late in, baby.
publicly
Late in.
posted in Steam, Milestone, by the way, June 30, 2025.
Yeah, so that's 6.5. That was 6.5 months ago. Yeah, and so essentially 6.5 months from mention till live update. That's right.
Yep.
Six
And
full
this
months.
is, yep. And so like, well, when it comes to days specifically, because I did the days from that post
Yeah.
till the start, which is the start of the milestone actually being out. I included the beta as well because they made a bunch of changes. It's justified too. That's part of the process.
Yes.
234 days. That's how many days it's been, guys.
That's
We've
three
been going
quarters of
through
a
it.
year. That's 3/4 of a
It's
year.
it's
Yeah.
freaking nuts. Yeah, no, like, and even this is the phase. This is the phase where, yo, their whole goal of Milestone was to reduce repetitiveness,
Yep.
create alternative leveling methods,
Yep.
and also have rewards tied in.
Yep.
And so, like, what is the success criteria for us to? Was this good? Was this not good? Was this justified? And I don't own this game.
Yep.
I never will. Gower's baby. That said, though, if I did own this game, in
Yeah.
some hypothetical, what would I consider a W? You
No.
having all of that, and dungeons is gonna be one of those crucial ones.
Yep, exactly. That's what I mean. So yeah, and essentially what you're saying is, so by the time we see that, which will probably be like it'll be a year by then. Yeah, by the time we actually see phase 3 probably implemented, it'll be a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be about a year, and it's like, yeah, is that time well used? Maybe, but I think that's kind of that's what's funny is, yeah, I think overall as a whole, it is time well used because like
Yes.
if you did just double down on be like, nope, game's fine, we're just gonna work on combat, then we're going live with Stonemaw. Nobody would everyone would be like, all right, have fucking fun. See you the fuck later. Instead, yeah, instead we've buckled up. We knew what was coming. We were like, oh shit, let's weather the storm. Let's continue playing. They've got the foundation in works. Phase 2 was like the foundational rework. Then phase 3 is like implementing the actual content of Milestones per se. Like, yes, things did get put into the game and made a little more sense currently, but yeah, this is still just like we're still like in phase 1 as far as I'm concerned. Like, it's
I still consider this phase 1. Yeah.
yeah, like this, like phase 1 and phase 2, I think yeah, it's still phase 1. Like, this may as well have been phase 1, but yeah,
Bonding
it's
should have been its own thing. It should have not been included.
I completely agree. Yeah, that was weird that they kind of went with that, but it was for the better in my opinion. That's why I want people to comment as well. If you guys are listening to this, I want you to comment. Do you guys think it was worth the 6-month wait just to get this foundational implement in the game? As much as I initially thought it wasn't, I think it is, because like I said, I was going to play regardless. I never really thought about the fact that it'd take 6 months to deliver this whole new system. but I personally do think it is for the better because yeah, it completely changed the foundation of the game. For the better for me. Like I could understand why some people hate the UI. They hate blah blah blah. They hate that you can't AFK things as much. But that's just like a lot of these people also weren't playing regularly. Who are complaining. But funny enough, there are some who were playing ridiculously regularly, and they are no longer now playing ridiculously regularly because they don't like this implementation. They don't like how long it took for an update that they don't like. And I don't want to name names, but there's a couple of them, and I feel really bad because they actually aren't playing, and they're still like to this day every day logging in like being negative Nancy, and I don't blame them. I just feel bad for them. Really, I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, I know what the well, in the regard, I know what to say to them. Like, and this is everyone in general. If you are frustrated with how things are going right now, if you're
Yeah.
upset, log off,
Yeah.
run passive. Look,
Yeah.
I know the passive stuff got changed. You know, the 2x and whatnot. Who gives a damn? You're still EXP is
Yeah.
still EXP. EXP is still king. It does not matter if you're running a passive with 2x,
Exactly.
not running a passive with 2x. Don't treat the damn game like a job. You're not even
Yeah.
getting paid for it, so what does it even matter?
Exactly.
And the biggest thing ever, and I've been saying it, you know, the past couple podcasts too. This is early access. I had to be told this is early access, and I'm not gonna lie. The first time I was told that, I wanted to PvP somebody. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I wanted to PvP that person.
Of
But
course.
it makes sense because, look, Rome isn't built in a day.
Yeah.
It wasn't built in a month.
No.
It took a long time to get built. And then now look at it now, you know? That's just it. It takes time to build things and get used to changes. The fact that,
Yeah.
and I keep saying it again, Fen Research, they're making changes is a good thing. Even though some are good, some are bad. Overall, they're changes. There's other indie companies you look at, they don't do changes. If anything, minor tweaks, and then still not good enough. But here, you're willing to, you know,
Yeah.
take everything, scratch it, scrap it, bring it back in a different way, and
Yeah.
re-implement it so that it's bigger and better and scalable.
Yeah, they're willing to listen so much more than these other video game
Yeah.
developers as well. Like the fact that they're just willing to like I said this last episode, the fact they're just willing to listen is insane. Like God
Yeah.
given, they don't have to take any information we do and implement it, but just the fact that they're willing to listen and answer to every single email. No other company is doing that. They can say they're doing that, but they're not. They're fucking not. Bro, like they're like these other like you said these other video game developers, they're in it for the money grab, and
Yep.
the minute they see that negative, the game's shut down.
They're gone.
They're out. They're like, oh shit. Well, at least my bank account has some money in it. But this video game bank account, zero. I'm out. Like,
Exactly.
and oh my god, yeah. This just gives me so much more hope that we have a video game developer who's not looking to profit. He's just looking
Yep.
to be like, hey, do you guys like my video game? Because I think it's pretty good. And it's
Exactly.
pretty damn good. And yeah, and he's obviously like, hey, I know it's not going to be perfect, but it's just my like me and my brother's ideas. So we're all on board to listen to you guys and kind of take feedback and implement it where it might seem good to us. And that's bigger and better than any other video game developer that I've played. So yeah, kudos to Andrew, truthfully, and for just standing on business, truthfully, because yeah, a lot of updates that he put in, he did go back on, and which is it's surprising. It's obviously point in case in rage potions, in rage like you said, in rage potions started off full KP, got a shitty suggestion from a player that it should be 0 because it's overpowered. It was never overpowered. We were just really excited that it was a great addition to the game to be enjoyed of because we all love dens, and that was kind of the den mechanic as an enrage pot.
Yes.
And so we were all really excited about that. Kind of overhyped it in a sense. And for whatever reason, a couple people thought it was super overpowered and somehow convinced Andrew to give it 0 KP versus full KP. And then not only that, went back on that word of 0 KP and now gave it a third of a KP per which is just like, okay, I don't know, that's at least like Andrew has some common sense to be like, all right, that was like a really bad thing to just like sit on, like the zero thing, because yeah, that's what brought on that meme, is just zeros across the board. He's giving us 0 KP, giving us 0 gold update, giving us 0 blah blah, like it's like 0 everything. The zero meme is but then yeah, just yeah. Anyway, I know I'm just going in circles over that, but I'm just impressed that Andrew is like he's willing to change things regardless of what players say, and it's kind of nice. Yeah, and
That's the biggest thing too. Phase 3, you got to be realistic a little bit. At least me, I got to be realistic. Some stuff will be good from Phase 3. There's going to be other things that I'm going to be like, yo, what the heck did you do here, brother? You got to fix this. Yep. And the thing is, he will fix it. He will change it, however, capacity it is. So to everyone, listening in on this, once again, the expectation for Phase 3 should be just like Milestone Phase 2. Expect some things to be good. Some things might get, tweaked in such a way where it looks like a nerf, but hey, there's got to be some grand big picture behind HQ doors that we're not sure of. And so, like, the only thing I could say, even if they don't get it right the first try, they might get it right the second try, maybe the third.
No, totally.
And that's just it.
Totally. Yep. And I was that's why I was kind of tripped out at that whole, like, I mean, you knew I was like, there has to be some reason why I'm not getting gold given to me, even though I just banked 4,000 hides, right? I'm like, something has to be up. Then as soon, and obviously, God given, I wasn't gonna log into the beta and be like, I have to find out what the fuck is going on right now. Within 5 minutes of the update going live, I was like, oh, that's it. I literally just got given 40 extra levels of leatherworking through merch discount. So that's kind of like the difference. I just got afforded an extra 40 AFK levels of making gold if I want to, or banking it. And that's more or less why I probably got a 0 gold compensation in leatherworking. And then not only that, I had like other stuff going on with alchemy and blah 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 that might have been like minorly hoarded on TimmysCoffee. But yeah, but the whole leatherworking thing, it did end up making sense, complete, at least in my eyes, for sure. Why it's just like, I'm just gonna leave it as like there should be no difference here, because it's just one less thing to complain about, essentially. Because if it was changed for the less or for the more, it's something to bitch about. The fact that it was zeroed, plus I got more levels to work on, I don't know, I was pretty thrilled. As much as it might have sucked in someone's eyes, I'm like, hey, I get more AFK levels. Fuck it, whatever.
Once again, it's early access game.
I'm just riding. I'm riding it, bro. Yeah. I'm riding the roller coaster, bro. Or like you said, the saw. Enjoy the game, you're good. Yeah, like you said, the sawtooth
leveling
curve. I mean, that I'm riding exactly up down. I'm all that's exactly, that's early access. That's early access, man. Up down. Yeah, I'm kind of all for it, because I just know this. The game already feels. It just feels better. Like you say, playing Hellfire. It just all my levels are very low for the most part, except for combat, and it just feels right. It just feels like I'm moving on to the next thing instead of just dwelling on this one fish or this one foraging activity. It just feels, a little more put together, for sure. So I do appreciate the update. Did it take too long? Yes, but there was so much going on behind the scenes with the team, and just drama and blah blah blah. I'm surprised they even got it done in 6 months, truthfully, and I'm appreciative for it, and yeah, it's only gonna get better. Like, they patched that, dude, and they patched that freaking. I don't know if you probably haven't done a bunch of combat, but dude, forever, whenever you kill the blob, your drop would be underneath of the blob, and you couldn't click through for like, I think it was 4 or 5 seconds, and it was like, ah! Finally, they patched that. So like that might be my favorite update, is they patched that, as well as the hotkey potions. Like that's funny enough, like my favorite updates from this, because like it's just the minor things that just make this game that much more fluid whenever they're patched. Like the blob thing drove me fucking crazy forever, and they finally patched that. Now all of a sudden I like botany. Like, just a couple minor updates to botany, and it got that much better. Like the beehive network, incredible. Like that, I think, funny enough, I think that was Sam's idea. Fucking well done, Sam, on that one. Jesus Christ, thank you for that before you left. That was incredible. The beehive network, the bee cause quest, like kudos, man, sick as fuck. And then botany only got better. Yeah, it's funny enough. Yeah, I like botany. I was shitting on it 2 weeks ago, and then but it was because it wasn't done. The milestone update did tie everything together. Plus, you have the action bar now, and all. It really does make it actually enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. The only thing that bothers me is that I have max woodcutter. Otherwise, I'd be able to tie the woodcutting into it and make it that much better. But the fact that I can but that's the thing is you can just focus botany and obviously just max your botany XP. But obviously, if you don't have woodcutter already maxed, definitely take advantage of botany plus woodcutter because that is OP as hell. Um, Gosh, yeah, I'm just there's like I said, we could talk for days and days. Obviously, they added the 0 to the first 9 levels of every milestone. That was the other 0 meme I meant to mention on earlier. So they added so basically to make things flow a little bit more. I don't think I have a level. Actually, I do. So you guys can see my stonemason level. Has the 0 to it. So initially, whenever beta did launch, or I think maybe even possibly when Milestones went live like 5 days ago, it didn't have the 0 to the level, so it would just say 1-1. It would just said 1-1. So it was a little bit weird, like 11, but so like we're trying to read is it'd say 101. You'd say I'm 101 stonemason essentially. Yeah, the 0 was never there before, and funny enough, like I had mentioned last night when I got the 500 leatherworker, they added the double 0 to the menu actually, so it does say 100 actually essentially in the menu itself, and I like that. I actually like that. It helps the fluidity of saying it out loud,
Yes.
like big
And
time.
we're all in agreement with this. It's not,
Yes, yeah, yep. You read
for
it like
example,
time.
it's not 4 butt plugs and 2 kites or something like that. It's just
You read it like time.
402
Yeah, you read it like
and
time.
read
You
it like
read it. You
time.
read it like you're reading the time off a goddamn microwave. 111.
Yes.
412, 437. Yep. Yep, I like it. I actually like it a lot. And then I think another thing maybe we could talk about too, because we're kind of on the milestones and level and leatherworking stuff. It, but we were talking about it last night just a little bit out of nowhere. How maybe they could introduce quote unquote like the faux pack mechanic to something like leatherworking, where if you were to unlock like through a 2 or 3 star Chronopolis quest or something, the ability to choose a full milestone striping of just cowhides, because some people might just lock in better mentally to just that triangle, because with cowhides you do the soaking tub. I think it's the soaking tub, then the liming thing, plus the tanning. It's just this perfect triangle. If you were to able to unlock like a full stripe of just doing that for like a full 1 to 50 on a milestone, I think that'd be cool as hell. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to be that way for all 10 milestones, but I think if you were to like have the choice for maybe 2 or 3, or maybe even just like maybe 5, like 50% of the milestones, to have the ability to choose a full striping of just hail beast, cow leather, or buffalo, like whatever your preference is, essentially, just like how it is with the faux packs. I think that's something that they could maybe dive into a little bit. That would be it's the cool quest thing, or I don't know, because yeah, cow leather's just it's the most OP, not OP, but just the most enjoyable leather for me at least. And I think you're in agreement with that. It's just that perfect triangle to do in the tannery.
It's amazing.
And then not only that, and then the cow stall's right there to sell to as well. With this new update, there's 3 stalls you sell the leather to now instead of just the one. Yeah, and that cow leather stall is right there. So it is essentially it would be a fun reward through a quest to be able to just have that as a full stripe to just do cow leather. I think it'd be yeah, it's just a cool reward. So that's maybe something they could take into consideration and obviously potentially do with other professions. It doesn't just have to be leatherworking. It doesn't just have to be combat. I think that whole the quote unquote faux pack idea. Obviously, it's not going to be called a faux pack, but just the unlockable pack idea. I think that's a really fucking expandable and great idea. And funny enough, obviously, yeah, and actually, I'm starting to get used to the whole full pack striping as well with the combat stuff. Yeah, I think it's just a great mechanic. Truthfully, I think it's a great addition to the game. I know you probably haven't done much of it, but it really doesn't change much. It just makes you have like a choice, like a personal preference. It makes you feel a little bit more in control of what you're doing than versus just, oh, have to go do this stripe.
Yeah, you gotta run off to the next one.
Yeah,
At least that's how it was before.
yeah. Funny enough, I mean, I'm kind of following it in order,
Yeah.
but that's just because that's what I'm used to and I'm more comfortable with. But I think there is going to be a point where I just go spam Hopeport for like two straight packs, spam the mine for two straight packs, and maybe go do a Chronopolis, then forward. Like I do like having the choice. It actually, yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
makes it a little more fluid mentally for sure than just
I'm always the
than
person.
dread.
I'm always the person I want to get rid of the worst things first. So yeah, when I do get the combat,
Fair,
I'm dumping it all down Chronopolis, get that thing
fair.
freaking out of there, and
Kren
yeah,
sucks. Yeah, Kren's. Yeah, that I know.
especially for Cryo Knight. Goodness,
Yeah,
the
it's not
worst.
great for a Guardian, but it's worse for a Cryo Knight. Yeah. I
Yeah.
look, dude. Mine. I think it's mines and forest, or no, it's mines and Hopeport are like OP for a Guardian. I think that's at least what I've noticed. Mines are dumbass easy for a Guardian, and Hopeport's even easier.
Jeez.
But yeah, as soon as I step into Chronopolis or like the forest, I get wrecked. Especially the
Yeah.
forest, I get fucking shreked on a Guardian. Maybe that's just me though. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I've literally I'm avoiding Chronopolis and or at least I was avoiding Chronopolis in the forest. But I just hit milestone 12 for combat on Hellfire here, and yeah, I chose Chronopolis instead of just putting it off even further. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat the bullet now.
Dang. Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah, so
still low combat level.
that's why I'm doing alchemy right now too, is because I don't want to step into Chronopolis without those double those luck pots. I want those luck pots. I just did a full faux pack without the luck pots, and I'm like, nope, I want them. I want them. Yeah, that's mainly what I've been doing is just combat and alchemy actually. Yeah, that's mainly what I've been doing. What have you've been mainly just crenning still?
I've been Krenin, detective, leatherworker, some merchant on the side, but it's mostly, at
Yeah,
least recently, it's been a lot more leatherworking.
right.
It's just the chill skill.
It is.
I prefer the chill skills. But then, there's times where I gotta be like, yeah, okay, my detective's like behind. I gotta catch up on
Yep.
everything. So, and then yeah, I start doing some detective.
What are you running passive on? Is it Leatherworker?
Right now, before milestones, it was
Yeah.
leatherworker. After milestones, it was merch. But I looked at bounty boards, like I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
my detective is so behind.
Yeah.
Let me just start passiving the detective. I know there's people that are like, oh, what the heck? Why do you even do that? Me personally, I'm not a fan of detective.
Yeah.
I wish things changed about it. It just feels like doing merch all over again.
It
Personally, it just
yeah.
feels like a merch reskin. So
Yep.
yeah, let me get that out the way. And hey, if for some reason someone from Fens listening, in on these podcasts, whenever they do or if they have, and they take some of these ideas and they, make this detective improved after I finish it,
Please go.
whatever. I'll take that L,
Oh,
but at least
exactly. Exactly.
I'll take the L so that the ones after
Yep.
me could take that big fat W
Yeah.
and carry it on
Agreed.
their backs.
Yep. Yep.
So
And then in the future, whenever you play through an alt account, like a trader account, you'll be like, oh my god, this feels so fucking good.
yeah, compared to what I did in the past,
Yeah. Yeah.
like,
It's that's the other
back in
thing.
my day.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, man, that's why I appreciate or not appreciate, but like I kind of respect that the people that aren't playing because of this update. Um, or I'm saying this terribly, but like I feel like people are gonna appreciate this update a lot more when they're playing through on a brand new account. Because like God given, yes, you're going through the motions of the shitty early access updates and essentially penalties on your main account that you've been playing for over a year. But dude, trust me, like I hate to say it, but like trust me, it's one of those trust me, bro. If when you log into your when you log into your alt account and actually play this game through, it feels so much fucking better. It's not even the same game. It's truthfully,
Yeah.
it feels so much better. It is crazy. Like it feels great. Compared to what it was, obviously. Is it perfect? Fuck no. Will it be? Probably fucking not, but it'll be as close to perfect as it can get for a video game for me. I know that much. Like But yeah, we just gotta keep tanking the early access updates, then
Yeah.
eventually we'll be in that quote unquote perfect-ish realm.
The perfect-ish realm, because I keep staring at it. My bad. It's on my screen. Because
Yeah.
that's one of the things I did want to bring up.
Yes.
And we keep talking about even starting over from scratch. Every time I hear that new player,
Yeah.
the only thing I regret is, I wish I kept my like Hope Port like armor,
Yes.
you know?
I have that on
Cuz that
Ferda, yeah.
you can't get that no more. Like after you get past a certain time, you can't get that no more. And so like I'm a lone wolf. I don't have the opportunity to get
Yeah.
that ever again. I'm cooked. LOL.
Same.
Revolt's cooked.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping like cuz one of my biggest questions too, like there's cosmetics are coming too in phase 3.
Yes. Yeah.
My big thing is like, will these cosmetic rewards, at not all of them, but will some of them align with the episode capes in some sort of way?
Yes,
That
man.
way,
Yeah.
it makes sense to wear the Hope Forest cape the way that it looks right now with this armor that you're getting from doing, dungeons or world events in
Yeah.
Hope Forest.
Exactly.
It makes sense for you to wear this Mind of Montuban cape, with the stuff that you're doing in Mind of Montuban, and vice versa. Same thing with Chronopolis. And I'm hoping, Hope Port, they keep talking about it. They even mentioned it in the freaking commercial, the advertisement that they
Yeah.
had. So you want to be a Hope Port town guard? Yes, I do. I want to wear
I
that.
want the
I want to
armor.
wear
Yeah, I
the
want
cape.
the armor. Yeah.
I want it all. Please, Fen, I'm begging you. I've been begging you since last
Yeah.
year, since around the time that you brought up Milestones.
It's fucking dude. It's funny too, cause yeah, dude, Lusty has like the most like OG fucking town guard armor ever. It's so good, bro. I have similar on Ferda, but yeah, like it's not a really if you get rid of it, yeah, it's not obtainable again
Yeah.
unless you are a trader and but again, even then, not everybody's gonna have it. Not everybody thinks about keeping it. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's kind of one of those things. It is a little bit of
It's
a
it's a FOMO thing,
yeah,
a
it's
weird
it's
FOMO thing.
it's literally like a holiday. Yeah, it's like a rare holiday item that isn't a holiday item. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that for sure. Or well, I like that they might bring like the cosmetic aspect to that. Like that
Yeah.
they might bring that availability back or not back. Well, yeah, I guess I should say back essentially because you can't really fucking once you passed it, you can't
Hey,
get it. Yeah.
let me. They could they could easily bring it back. Guess how? How many milestones do
Oh
we have?
Christ. Oh
We
gosh.
have 10 of them. So you
Yeah.
could introduce 10 variants
They
of that,
could. They
specific
could.
thing.
They really
And you could
could.
even bring it up to elite variants that look even crazier than the ones that we saw in the beginner, phase of the game.
Yeah, no, true. Like they got options. That's for damn sure. But
They
yeah, I
got
think
lots of damn
they got
options.
options. Yeah, see how they go about it. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that was the one thing we were talking about in that Ultra Kid Bro stream too. Is like the fact that upon release, I do. I mean, God given, I guess apparently on release of Phase 3, yeah, I expected a cosmetic shop for sure.
Yeah.
So that's probably yeah, that's probably what they're clearly working on is yeah, a cosmetic shop for to keep the boys locked in and buying fucking cosmetics, I guess. And that should hopefully I would pray that negates a membership increase price. I would imagine it does, truthfully, because I don't like I said, I don't think Andrew's looking for a big payout through membership. I don't think it really should increase. If it does, maybe a dollar or two. But I think the cosmetic shop will just negate membership raising period because I think a lot of people are gonna jump on that like pretty
Yeah.
big, and it's not, and it doesn't change anything for the game. It just
Exactly.
other than visually, which I pretty on board with, truthfully.
I'm fine with that too.
As long as there's not fucking crazy angel wing fucking craziness
Yeah.
going on like
Like
that,
RuneScape,
like
right?
RuneScape basically. That's what I mean. And that's funny enough. That was like Prag's biggest gripe with, and that's my biggest gripe with RuneScape 3 too. Is just like
Yeah.
it's like this fucking game is just like it's stupid. It just looks stupid.
Yeah.
Just looks dumb visually.
Doesn't
Like,
belong there.
yeah, it just doesn't. Exactly, it just doesn't belong at all. Fuck, I don't know. So yeah, I hope they go about it the right way. But I'm definitely all
Yeah.
for I'm all for a cosmetic shop for sure. And it just and because yeah, it just I don't know. 'Cause obviously you're gonna be yeah, no, that's why they need to make the in-game cosmetics that are like tied to the world events. They need to make those way better than whatever you buy from the shop with real life money.
True.
They need to make the stuff that you
Yes.
earn in game that much better. At least I don't know. So be interesting. Yeah, like I said, just be interesting to see how they go about it. Could be good, could be terrible. I don't know. Uh, fuck. Yeah, that's the thing. Combat rework isn't really mentioned for Phase 3, is it?
Nothing.
That's what we were
Nothing.
talking. That's what we were talking about earlier, and kind of concerns me a little bit with the mention of dungeons and potentially raids. Is like, how are we gonna enjoy that with a unpolished combat system? So it's like I would urge them to tie combat into Phase 3.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to, truthfully, but yeah, there isn't direct, immediate, right now mention of combat being tied to Phase 3, which is concerning for sure.
Very, very.
Or at least, yeah, at least for me, it is. Fuck.
And that's what makes me like really wonder more about the like what is the definition of dungeon to you guys? Because I need to know that
Yeah,
definition. Like,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'd rather be
Is it
prepared than
profession? Yeah, is it purely profession dungeons, or what are we talking about?
yeah.
Yeah. Because yeah, it said dungeons to me means combat grinding and potentially co-op combat grinding. So like, oh yeah, and that's the other thing. Fucking, I mean, you saw last night the co-op Fisher fucking still didn't change at
Oh,
all. Didn't
yeah,
change at
no.
all. It still sucks ass. Horrible. I mean, it's not. I mean, the only thing that I enjoyed out of it was the co-op. It made me want to keep doing it because I was trying to line it up with like a homie. But
Yeah,
if I was doing that with a random, go fuck yourself. That shit sucks.
exactly.
That shit sucks so bad. You're griefing yourself on queuing, you're griefing yourself on XP, and you're griefing yourself across the board outside of enjoying some time with a homie. Truthfully, and
Yep.
so it just
It
doesn't
shouldn't
feel
be
good. It
that
just
way.
doesn't feel good at all. Yeah, co-op Fisher still sucks. I'm assuming Woodcutter's probably similar. It's just the same thing, just different skin.
And the biggest thing, once more, you mentioned that the randomness element, the random player. If you're doing it with a player who knows like what they're doing, because I did it, you know, like
Yeah,
when I was leveling in the forest,
sure.
I did it with a player, and like we were doing it pretty damn fast. It was good. It was good EXP. It was good
I
KP.
think the
Like
KP is
funny
what,
enough.
yeah, the KP might make it that much more
Yeah.
beneficial, but still
But
just.
after that, if you do it with a random person, no, you're better off doing it alone.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, it's like and my biggest, again, not biggest gripe, but like you can't queue. You can't really
Yeah.
queue with it. That if you're looking for that minor AFK aspect in a slightly active profession, doing it co-op kills that completely. You can't queue. It's no longer any shred of AFK. Not at all.
Yeah.
And yeah, and the only benefit realistically, yeah, would be the KP. But which I mean, again, if you're looking for purely active play and you enjoy playing with a homie, fuck yeah, then co-ops is it's at least there. It ain't great, but it's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that co-op would be, yeah, co-op gameplay needs to be expanded on. I think that, I mean, fuck,
Hard.
they should work on that through Phase 3 with dungeons. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
making co-op gameplay more viable because it really does feel so dead. It just, yeah, it's dead. Like I said, I tried to do it with Prague last night, and as much as it felt like, oh cool, I'm doing an activity with a homie, I just felt like I was griefing my time really, and it just didn't feel good.
Yeah. And no one likes to grief for their time with a homie.
No, it's fucking yeah. Like I said, like I was just brain dead doing. Like I wasn't thinking too hard about it, but I was like, man, if I was thinking hard about this and I was trying to get XP, I would have dipped in the first 5 seconds. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's just yeah, it's not a great co-op still sucks, but at least it is there. God, what else do I have here? I have anything else written? Oh yeah, I guess we could talk about Stonewall a little bit, like predictions
Yeah.
per se. Like will I can't remember if we talked about this last episode. Maybe I can't remember, but like
We didn't.
no, I don't think we did. I think we just minorly trolled Prague about the whole like construction will be or not construction. Sorry, carpentry will be a part of like of builder or whatever, and he was like,
Yeah, or
"Fuck
something
no,
like that.
re, oh my god!" No.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think it's confirmed that yeah, like essentially merchant and carpenter at the least are going to funnel into builder. So
Yes.
so there's that, obviously, but yeah. So I guess the predictions overall would be: are we going to still see Stonemaw professions as delver, armor, builder, or are we going to see it completely, not completely changed, but changed for the quote unquote better, I guess. Like, are we gonna scrap Delver because it's literally just another fucking off-brand of Forager? Are we gonna get like Golemancy, or are we still only gonna see Golemancy or this Golem type shit in Bleakholm Crags? Like, it's very up in the air now whether we could see a complete change up of professions in Stonemaw or not. I know a bunch of people are on either side. Like, I think Pronus is very adamant that Delver, Armor, and Builder are 100% in place no matter what, going to be the dead set professions. And I'm not convinced yet. And the only reason, like I said, I'm not
Same.
convinced is because Delver's just a fucking shitty Forager reskin.
Exactly.
Like,
Even you look at the icon, same thing.
yeah, it's just so I'm like, man, they need to I not need to, but I could genuinely see them changing that for the better for sure. Or at least advancing Delver into something so much bigger than just worm picking in loops. Because that's all I've heard of it as being portrayed as, worm picking in fucking loops.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
They got
what? Like, what?
change that quick. We don't want another, 6 months. Well,
Yeah. Oh my
how long
god.
did it take for him to do botany, man? Like, fudge. I'm confusing the dates a little here, but I think it took him like at least like a quarter of a year to get that thing,
I mean,
fixed,
but if
or
we're in, and if we're being dead honest, it took until 5 days ago for it to actually tie all together. So yeah, like, yeah, exactly. You get that in order. Yeah, get that in order for sure. And
yeah,
that's
before
I'm assuming they do. That's the other thing. It would just be nice to hear about it, maybe, because maybe they do already have an idea and a bunch of things set in place to take over the place of Delve. We just haven't heard of it yet. So it would be nice to hear an update on where they stand with the Stonemaw professions. I think that would be that'd be a fun one to hear from Fen for sure.
definitely.
And then the other thing, I guess, I mean, like I said, this was just a random. I can't remember. Like I said, this could have been a data mine or not. But yeah, my prediction for Bleakholm Crags was that we have gem crafting and Golemancy, and to me that means that we will have like golems essentially autonomized through some sort of magical force created by us, used on them to obviously do activities for us or professions for us, like gem crafting, gem mining, blah blah blah. That I can't remember if that was data mined or if I fucking made that up on the spot. But like I said that in Prague's stream, and I was like, wait, did I make that up or did I hear that like a year ago? So that's like, that kind of stunned me a little bit, and that's kind of a fun prediction. Is like, will they have Golemancy and gem crafting in Bleakholm Crags? That's
Man.
because they could easily put gem, or not gem craft, but just like amulet crafting into Stonemaw, and just and make that make sense earlier instead of later. Because that was their biggest, or not biggest, but that was our slight gripe with the scarves. It's like this amulet slot exists, and this scarf
Yes.
and the scarf goes around my neck, which I would assume would go in this amulet slot. But instead, we get a email back from Fen saying, yeah, that would make sense, but the UI is unavailable, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
And it's weird
oh.
because what do you mean?
Yeah,
I
it's like,
click on armor and I see it.
it's right there.
I see
It's
an
it's
amulet in
been
front of
there.
my
It's
face.
been there since day one. It's just, yeah. So that was painful. So yeah, I would like to see them make that make sense a little bit sooner than later, and hopefully through Stonemaw. I don't want to have to wait for Bleakholm Crags, but like, again, it's like we probably will have to wait till Bleakholm Crags, and God knows when that'll be. I hope they're able to, put out 2 episodes a year going forward, like once game goes live. But man, I guess that remains to be seen, because I mean, we've even talked about this too. It's like, will they drop both of those episodes at the same time? I don't think. I think again. This is Pronus says he's convinced that they will not drop them at the same time. Stonemaw will come first, and then Bleakholm Crags will come after. And I do believe that, but like for me and you, like we've talked, I feel like it'd be better if they dropped them at the same time, because then you're not just having 17 fucking thousand people rush one leaderboard.
Exactly.
The only reason it even worked in the first place with leaderboards was because there was 4 episodes to spread 17,000
Yes.
people out to. If you're just hammering top 20 spots with 20,000 people, holy shit, that sucks. And that's just my perspective though. If you drop 2 episodes, you at least have that aspect of people are gonna rush to a different leaderboard than the same one. And I don't know, that makes it a little more interesting and a little more playful per se. But yeah, if you're just gonna drop the 1 episode, dude, have fucking fun racing for that. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Exactly.
Not touching it with a 1,000,000-mile foot pole. I'll be in the bleachers with my binocular. I'll be in the bleachers of Kren with my binoculars. Exactly. Yeah. Like, oh, dude. But yeah, that's another. Yeah, I really hope they drop both episodes at the same time. But yeah, I'm unfortunately, just like Pronus, I'm convinced they'll just drop Stonemon. It's gonna be a shit show.
So there's the thing we gotta think about too. This Fen research. They're not your ordinary traditional MMO company. That said,
Oh,
other
yeah.
companies do operate in a fashion where it's one expansion at a time.
That's right.
If we bring that into episodic, yeah, it's 1 episode each time. Who the heck knows? Anything's possible. They could surprise all of us.
Just drop
Surprise,
3. Yeah,
2 episodes
dude,
at the same
or
time.
here's 4. Here's another 4. Like, yeah, dude, exactly, 100%. And again, that at least gives us the spreadable gameplay, and the spreadable leaderboards, instead of just one leaderboard getting spam fucked by, like I said, 20,000 people at the same time fighting for fucking spot 1. That's just so much. I mean, that's just me being like, hey, I can spot this drama and toxicity 1,000,000 miles away. Like, just
Yeah.
so just and I want nothing to do with it. So have fun. Like, if you guys choose to drop 1 episode, fuck, those leaderboards are going to be a joke. I'll just, like I said, I'll be watching from afar.
I'll be happy with the 1 and 2 that I got. I'm good, man. And I already got some
100%.
professionals too, I'm
That's
chilling,
right.
dude.
Yeah. No, I just at that point, yeah, I'll just be, yeah, if they just drop the 1 episode, I'll just be doing combat. I'll just be in the background doing combat. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Enjoy your grind. Take care.
Yep.
Take care now.
Take care.
Try not to kill yourself, please, and thank you.
Mhm.
Like, holy crap. In game, of course, in game. But yeah,
Yep.
fuck it. Yeah, that's just. So yeah, that's. I mean, wow. Again, the last hour just flew by. Somehow it's been an hour 20 minutes. I mean, we could. Is there anything else we should talk about here? I got pretty much everything that I think I have everything that I wanted to talk about.
I guess just to square back a bit, since we did
Yeah.
talk about leaderboards just now, do you think there's gonna be leaderboards for dungeons and multiplayer world events?
Oh, yes. Oh shit. 'Cause that's funny enough. I skipped everything except for that whole PvP like the real PvP leaderboard. So yeah, dude. Yes. Fucking thank you for yes. There not only does there need to be there, yeah, there like has to be. Yeah, there will be. And yeah, and I think that'd be another benefit. There's another distraction, right? Another distraction from just like regular leaderboard grinding. Another
Yeah.
distraction just from the XP grind. Yeah, I think that would be. Yeah, I think that would be really beneficial. Yep, actually, that'd be fucking sweet.
And these leaderboards are continuous in the sense that, yeah, if you want to keep maintaining that rank, you got to go back and do it.
That's right.
So,
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah, exactly. Like if you want to be rank 1 on killing this mob, you got it. Like or for whatever. Yeah, exactly. You won't be able to fight for that XP board. You'll be fighting for that mob board essentially. Yeah, or that world event board or the bounty. But yeah, I think there will be world event boards. I think, and if there isn't, fuck it. Man, hello.
yep.
Hello.
They did it for the freaking snowball event.
Oh
So
my god,
why
yeah,
can't
good.
they
That's a
do it for this?
great fucking point. Great fucking
That
point.
is a world event technically. So
No, that is a completely and utterly great point. Yeah, like to. Yeah, no, I like that a lot actually. Like having the legacy board is a great thing. I think like as much as it initially, like when it first came in, we're like, dude, this is dumb as hell. Give us back our episodic, blah blah blah. But now now that the game's progressing and it's been like a year, it's like wow, the legacy board is actually a pretty good implementation just for things such as like what was in the past, like for early access sakes. Yeah, like a Christmas event. I think they should start doing leaderboards for every holiday going forward. Like that Christmas event kind of just sparked something like really traditional and great, I think. For leaderboard sakes going forward, like, it doesn't just have to be Christmas. It could be what the hell? Why did I just Easter? It could be Halloween. They should do
Yeah.
boards for every holiday event, and I think that would really engage the community a lot more than just logging in for a cosmetic. Yeah,
True.
yeah, that's sweet. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, boards. Yeah, adding more to leaderboards. I never have an issue with that because, like I said, that at least brings a breaks up the monotony of just straight XP grinding for a profession board. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that a lot actually. It just brings more good things out there, and especially yeah, if you have a rare drop table tied to one of those one of those world event boards, man, that people will live on those world events. They will
Yes.
they will live on, and that'll be me. That will literally be me. I'm obsessed with that shit. So yeah, I think that just and I think that'd be the start of essentially bossing, like of like boss drop grinding. Like I because I don't think they're gonna. I mean, unless they somehow drop a farmable boss before world events happens, which I don't think they're going to. I think world events will be the beginning of what will be farmable bosses implemented into the game.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm only looking for, like I said, I mean I was pretty much creaming my pants before. That's my biggest excitement is yeah, just world events with a rare drop table tied to those world events through whatever type of system they want to go about. I think that yeah, I'm just looking forward to it extremely, man, because you have rare drops, just farming bosses or farming events for rare drops. That's my shit. I love that a lot. Uh, God, I don't even know. Is there again? I don't know if we could even we could bullshit for longer if we want. I can't think of anything else though. I'm kind of like drawing a blank at this point.
Yeah. No, definitely. I think we touched up on a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously
Yeah, we got
we
everything out the way.
could go forever just talking about whatever we want. But yeah, I think we had a pretty solid podcast there. And guys, like I said, this podcast is gonna be random. It's not a set schedule. It's not every week. Could be every other week. Could be once every 3 weeks. It could be twice a week. You know, and we're gonna have guests randomly popping up. And our next episode will have a guest. We're not gonna spoil who it is necessarily. You guys might have an idea already. But yeah, our next episode, episode 4, will indeed have a guest. And I even, funnily enough, think episode number 5 will also have a guest. So if you guys are looking forward to more than just me and Zed shooting the shit, you have that to look forward to. But yeah, I think for now, as long as you're good with his Edge, I think we'll tie this episode up, get it up, and yeah, move on to bigger and better things. The brighter shores are
The
actually looking
brightest.
they're looking bright, man. It is looking bright. The brightness is definitely raised for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Episode number 3 wrapped up. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in episode number 4. Take care.
Peace.